I want to speak about the splitting of the Red Sea. It is not just a historical event, but according to the Holy Zohar, it is happening today. The Torah says that the nation of Israel walked in the middle of the sea and were saved. But the Egyptians drowned in the sea. This is all a metaphor, and now we will explain the meaning. Our world is full of a sea of pleasure. If a person receives all the pleasure, he drowns within this sea. The difference between us and animals is that we as humans are able to resist and not receive all the pleasure. The way is to receive the pleasure proportionally and beneficially, does not harming us and our environment. So a person has to split in two every revolved pleasure, meaning receiving a part of it and not receiving a part of it. This is considered that the person is in the middle. Every pleasure, receiving one part, a little bit, and not receiving the other part. For example, eating. We have to take just a part of the meal, not everything. And this is an example, but in every sort of pleasure, we have to take just a part. On the other hand, the evil inclination of a man does not want to give up because it wants all the pleasure, therefore drowning in the pleasure. So that's the difference between Israel and the other nation, the Egyptians. The Israel want to receive pleasure, but a little bit. But the Goyim want all the pleasure. And they are going inside the ocean of pleasure and drawing in the pleasure. So the miracle of Yom Tov, the seventh day of Pesach, that God took the Israeli nation and gave the forces not to take all the sea, just a little bit, to go in middle, to take a little bit and to give up the rest. But the Goyim want everything, so they was dying in this ocean of the pleasure. We have to think about it and to see how to live like a Jew today. Kol Tuv.